Okay, so YouTube, welcome. It's gonna be the first time us trying this out, and we have the infamous what defines health. Oh, y'all know your boy been fucking active on the little parts of this. So let's see my honest raw reaction. Pretty long video, pretty long. Get your bevs, get your meal ready. I was low-key going to get food and just like eat it with you while I'm watching, so it's like the closest you'll get to a mukbang. But fuck that, we got mad liquids. I got, what's the spread? We got Diet Pepsi, black coffee, we got creatine. You guys know me. If I gotta pee, bro, we're gonna go and just do it immediately. Dude, I also got this fuck-ass chair, bro, that like every time I lean back on it, it moves. Like, I don't know if that was, like, a function design on my end for real, because I built it. I don't know if I built it wrong. So, I got to kind of, like, be tense. Like, this is hitting core. But, yeah, let's just get straight into it. This is going to be my first time, so I don't even know how to program these. But, hey, brother, we learn. I think this looks chill. Let's lock in. I won't be able to actually see myself after right now, so. I haven't actually seen this full video, so let's go. Let's do it.
If you see me, you consider me obese?
I wouldn't say that you're obese, okay, but it's like medically, you know.
So like for example.
So you're medically obese though?
No,
yes.
I've been medically obese since I was like 12 and I was not obese.
Fuck, I wish I could see my face. I can't see my face right now, chat, because fuck. If I start recording, hold up. I wish I could see my face, bro, because I'd be doing some shit. Hold up. Can I see my face? My first time recording, yeah, we're still recording. We're recording.
Welcome back to Middle Ground.
Let's do it. Let's fuck. I guess I won't be able to see me and myself. Hopefully, I don't make any crazy. Alright, let's go. Fuck it. I can't see myself. Let me put some captions so you guys can hear it.
Is your physique is in your control? Will the agreeers please step forward?
She has a question. I have a question.
Yeah, I got a question
when
too.
When you mean physique, can you specify like what exactly are you trying to?
I think physique is like the
fuck?
shape and size of your body.
Yo, what else would physique be?
Because, you know, there's a lot of different illnesses around. So I have family members that have like thyroids and they can't gain weight or they can't lose weight. But I think that they can manage to stay at a place that's going to be healthy for them. To me, personally, I do feel like I can be at a better place. I'm working on it, and that's my goal. So.
Yeah, I agree with you 100%. I think that definitely people have ailments, there's different diseases and all that, but I think at the end of the day, what you can do, the best physical peak for your personal body is in your hands. You may not look like someone you want to look like, your ideal situation, but you can optimize your body to be the highest performance that you think that you can get to.
When I first started working out, I lost 60 pounds, and that included just counting calories. I didn't have to work out as hard. I did the treadmill. I went at an incline, and I just walked the whole time, watching a movie and just walked. I just made healthier choices, and I've been mindful about what I put inside my body.
Like, you put in that effort, right? You made those conscious decisions to walk on the treadmill, count your calories. You were super exact with everything, and that's how you were.
Shorty's about to cook, bro. I know
so much weight, right? So your physique is 100% in your control. It's just that nobody wants to put the effort in.
Just so we can
amen, sister.
That's a great point to bring in our disagreement. Whoever wants to pick up where we just.
So look, like Shorty said it, but she said it like she couldn't even pronounce the word. This whole hyperthyroidism shit or bullshit. Sorry, I curse a lot. Where like I know people who can't gain or lose weight. At least she like chose both sides. But I'm gonna make a video on this on TikTok. Dude, the amount of people that have a down-regulated metabolism is such cope, right? Number one, you'd know if you have this issue. Why? Because you'd go get blood work done, and you'd see that your T3 and T4 are out of whack. I know because I had to do blood work because you know, for my stuff. And then once I got my blood work back, I literally sent it to my coach, and one of his clients actually has a down-regulated metabolism. And how do you know? Because he's 250 lean, you know, brother's jacked. She's on every kind of compound. He's doing like 12K steps with cardio a week, and he was eating 2,300 calories and just like maintaining. Which is, again, if you don't know, that's super low for someone his size for his maintenance calories are. And you go back and you start looking at the blood work, because he had his T3, T4. I think it's like there's like another one I'm forgetting. But these are things that could just easily be tested. However, none of these people have ever gone anything tested, right? None of this. This is just straight up copium.
So while of course there are aspects that I think you can control about your physique,
Oh, I'm excited.
I think there are more things that are out of your control. Like, it is so much more expensive to eat healthy than it is to eat like crap. If I go to the grocery store and I just want to buy a bunch of frozen meals, that's going to be so much cheaper than me going and buying fresh produce and fresh fruit and everything.
I disagree.
Oh God, bro.
I disagree too.
Why do you disagree?
The prepackaged food.
At least,
the
at
frozen
least Fatty
ones, way
agrees.
more
What is her
expensive.
cut, bro?
I've been on a budget, you know.
What's in her head, bro?
literally,
What's
I
that? What's that?
always
What's this
always
look
save
called?
money by just going to the grocery store and buying ingredients.
I agree with you on that.
At least she
but
agrees.
I can go get a frozen meal sometimes for $1.50, $2.
Dude, my
where if I
spread
would
is
cook
crazy. I got
a
3
whole
liquids.
Meal, like depending on what all the ingredients I'm getting, that could be $10.
So you'll get more.
Yes, but still, you have to think from people who have like no money and they're thinking like, oh, I can get.
I've had no money. I've had $12 for a week's amount of food.
I hear both. I think that you definitely, in the short-term mindset, it is cheaper. You
Yeah.
go to a fast food restaurant, they have like a $1 menu. I think they've
Yeah.
even increased the $1 menu now. So,
Like
which
a
is
$2
crazy.
menu.
It's like a $2 menu. So that's valid, I think, but I think it's killing us in the long term. Like, it's like that short dopamine effect, the dopamine where you're like, oh, I just need something right now.
Yeah.
I think that's the issue.
I also did want to, sorry, just touch on other than like food costs, like there's also privilege when it comes to like having time to cook stuff.
Definitely,
Like if you work a
100%,
full-time
100%.
job,
Look, you gotta pick a struggle, okay? Everybody on this side is fat. That's just the first struggle. The second struggle, dude, if you're broke, you got time. How you broke with no time? So this argument makes no sense. It makes no sense at all. Like, I hate when people say this, I don't got time, I'm broke. What do you got, bro? Excuses.
a lot of the time it's just easier. You don't have the time and energy. Like
You can't have every issue in the game.
It's a lot of work sometimes, and it's much easier for me to just like go through the drive-through. And then also privilege when it comes to like your mental health. When you are depressed.
Also, I've never understood this mindset, because even short term, bro, I've gone to like a grocery store. Look, I know you getting a bev and fries and a burger. Dude, you're running $8. I literally just went 2 days ago with like Trent Baby and Lucas, bro. We got like, they got pizza and a fucking, and a soda. That shit was $15.99. Dude, back in the day, that used to be $4.99. No, $5.99. I remember when I used to play Call of Duty. It was like a little Caesar combo. It was like $5.99. It was like a whole pizza with like, with like a 2-liter. Dude, and then while they were doing that, I went to the store. I got a sleeve of bagels, 2 packs of fat-free cheese, and ketchup. Like, you know, all this is like low-calorie shit, which is more expensive than just, you know, getting rice, potatoes, even in the short term. And that was still like $8. And again, that wasn't even like the best meal you could have made, bro. Realistically, if I would have gone in there, literally gotten like 6 cups of rice, you know, 2 things of canned tuna, and then like a pack of frozen vegetables, that would have been $3. Like,
When you're struggling to even
Boom.
like get through the
you
day,
just wanted some
it can be
fucking,
really hard to have that
just want some
motivation
oil, shorty, come on.
well to move your body and stuff. So
You wanted
then
the
when
cinnamon
people are
twist.
Like, oh, well, why aren't you working out? It's like, dude, I can barely even get out of bed. So like,
Yeah.
please stop with that.
I just want to say that
Just eat less, just eat
I
less.
just step forward because
Just eat
I
right,
have
eat
PCOS,
right.
and I just recently got diagnosed with it. So with PCOS, it's so much more difficult for me to lose the weight and control what I want my physique to look like. It's just so much harder. It's not impossible, but it is.
We can fix it.
It's something
and we
that
can
can
fix
be
it.
fixed.
PCOS, we can fix
Sorry
it.
to-
So.
I'm gonna let it slide,
Y'all
I'm gonna let it
off, but
slide.
Bree, I just wanted to hear from you.
The question.
I can't even tell what side she's in.
Your
She looks
body is in
fit.
your control. I just think it is not 100% in your control. To say it's like black and white, you can change it or you can't, is just crazy. It's just so nuanced. I really like appreciated you bringing up the food access that you have, the knowledge access, your socioeconomic status. I go to the gym, I sit there, and I'm like, if only everyone had access and the free time to do this. I'm sure so many other people would love to do that, but people are struggling. They need to pay their rent. They can't just allot that time. They need to prioritize. And I think that's ultimately what is really
That you
sad.
preach, bro.
Everyone would love to take care of
I
themselves.
disagree. I'm sorry, I disagree. Like, there's some of us who are on the fit side that don't have that privileges. I wake up at 4 a.m., have a full-time job.
Snaps to you.
I get it done. At the end of the day, it doesn't matter. I want to be the highest version of myself, the most evolved version, and she has to show up.
But your life allows it.
Yeah.
No,
Your
I
life
make
does-
my life
No,
allow it.
exactly.
I
you
surround
do,
myself
but
with
other
that.
people don't have the possibilities that you
They
have.
do. They just
Not everyone, no.
And I also think there's
You
something
need
to be
from
said.
Gotta put the effort in. That's it.
But I also think too.
I'm gonna write that
like,
down for
let's say,
TikTok.
for
That's a
example,
good-
you're a
that's a good
teenager
video
and you're
clip.
like 500 pounds.
Yeah,
The
absolutely.
work that you need to do to remedy that is ungodly. Like that's really challenging. That's a hard
How the hell you get to 500 as a teenager? That's already ungodly.
thing to do.
Crazy compare. Also, you're a teenager. You got mad time.
As
What?
opposed to like me, I was really skinny and then I decided, oh, I'm gonna go to the gym. I put on my weight. The results are showing. It looks like I'm working super hard. I make these choices like go girl.
Right.
But
Shorty-
that is not the same accessibility that someone
Shorty
can
said,
make that change for themselves in different circumstances.
I agree.
So
My
think
only
that was,
caveat is it's hard for both, but it can be done. Is my point.
Amen.
I
Amen,
think
woman.
it's
I like
hard
you.
for me as someone who's overweight trying to lose that weight.
Even though
In
she's
my
on the
opinion,
fit side, she looks like Casa.
I believe it can be
from
done. I believe it
Berserk
can be done,
if
but
she
I
got
think
fat.
empathy and compassion for the different circumstances that may stop someone from doing that is necessary. To see like, oh, get off your ass and like do all this,
No one said
which you're
that.
not saying, but I'm saying some people, commenters,
Myron's
might be
not in
saying
this
that.
episode.
Damn, I'm gonna cut us straight.
There is a spectrum for your body. Our height isn't under our control, our fat distribution, our
Damn.
bone density,
The
our
liquid's
muscle
getting to me.
density, our metabolism. These are all things that make up who we are. But in that spectrum of health,
Did she-
absolutely, we can
Actually, never mind. I'm
change
tripping.
who we are
Yes.
with what we got, right?
And then we'll stop right there and move on to the next one.
Shorty raised her hand for no
Body
reason.
positivity can promote unhealthy habits. Will the agreeers please step forward?
I think blind body positivity can be harmful if it's just like always like don't ever consider any possibility
Asian
that you
chick
can
bad as
change
hell,
something
bro.
or improve your quality of life. Just blindly accept yourself. I think that's where it can get kind of toxic.
She's too nice. If I had that look, if I was as sexy as her, bro, and had that fit, I'd be talking mad shit.
Encouraging yourself to accept your.
Cause right now, one of the red is the one who talking a lot of shit, and she ain't even built like crazy like that.
All these things. So yeah, definitely body positivity should have taken another route instead of just saying.
She has
it's
to be
for
like
big
sponsored by Young
people,
LA or something.
Because it's not. It's for all the variety of people that need to accept you're changing.
Yeah, I think the pendulum has switched to the furthest extreme. I think body positivity was created because there wasn't a space for people who could have acceptance in bigger bodies. And I think it's just gone to the furthest extreme now. And
Like, women come in all shapes and sizes, right? And every woman is beautiful. And I think that you should really be confident in your body and the way that you look, you know, wake up feeling your best. But I feel like especially on social media and in society today, this body positivity movement, I've seen like multiple times where there's like obese women promoting body positivity. And it's like, I wouldn't want like my
What's
kid.
obese for you?
It's like an unhealthy lifestyle.
Like, weight-wise, what's obese for you?
Obese, like a
Like for
medically
me,
obese.
if you see me, you
What's a
consider me
range?
obese?
I wouldn't say that you're obese, but
Okay.
it's like medically.
I
you
would.
know?
So like for
So
example,
you're medically obese though.
No,
I love it. Shorty and me and Red need to be in the
I
room.
was not obese.
Well, does anybody here,
So I
would anybody here explain what they mean by medically obese? Just-
Exactly.
Yeah.
Brother stirring the pot.
Like when you go to the doctor's
Yeah.
office and you get weight on a scale and they'll tell you, oh, you're a little bit overweight, or they'll say you're morbidly obese, you're
Because of your
whatever
height.
thing. So like,
everything.
like if you look at me, you would be like, oh, she's a little plus size, but I am technically considered obese
So
by
I
my doctors.
Damn, I didn't think of that. Wow, I would.
I was obese.
I wouldn't have guessed.
I think it's 30 BMI. Now the BMI, have come to learn that it's a little bit tricky now.
right, it's not the most accurate.
Right.
But that's what it's based off.
If you can't see your toes,
But
Right.
so correct. But
mass
now that when I was a size 14, I was considered obese. It's smaller than we think.
I think an obese person, and this is not, calling absolutely anybody obese, but I think a person that can be considered obese will not be able to go on walks. They will lose their breath. For me, because I am a person that I'm big, but like I said, I'm still able to go on hikes and I won't lose my breath. I can go on runs. I can exercise. So if for the
you're-
doctors, I'm obese because of the
Yes.
size and the stuff that
Yes.
I am. For the doctors,
Yes.
for me, it is not the way that it works because an obese person, I've had friends who are skinnier than me. We go on walks and they're losing their breath.
So for you, obesity is just the
The fact-
health parameter of how physical you can be. For you, it's not a physical manifestation of the
Exactly.
body.
What the doctor, when that doctor says that bad word, he's looking on a chart versus saying you
But
can't.
how many people have
but he's
been
saying,
bad
But listen,
diagnosed?
he's not saying you're ill and you can't walk up that hill.
I've
you,
had
you
doctors
go,
say that to
you
me.
go, I
That's
have
the
that.
thing. I've
that's,
had doctors
I'm
say that
obese
to
and I
me.
can still walk
So-
up that hill. And that's what's fabulous about it, right? It doesn't automatically mean you're ill, but also down the road, absolutely it's gonna mean you're ill. You're lucky with your genetics currently. Down the road, it's not gonna be the same
But
story.
this is the thing, you think they're genetics, but since I was really young, I'm active. I'm an active woman.
I never said you're not active.
No, I know, but I'm just responding to what you're
Okay.
saying. I know you're not saying that I'm not active. I'm responding to what you're saying about the doctors and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Because I have had doctors tell me that.
Tell you what?
That I'm obese and that I
Yes.
cannot exercise, that why am I not exercising, why am I not doing the effort. There's doctors that have bad diagnosed me for things that I've never had. And I've gotten medicated for things that I've never had. So it's like,
Right. Well,
it's everybody, it's
they're
different.
killing us too. So
Just we went down a tangent
Yeah.
from that. I want to.
Oh my God, you've been
we're
saying
talking about we're talking about body positivity,
Yes.
whether we think it promotes unhealthy habits. We're gonna
Damn,
bring in
I
our
should've clipped it.
disagreeing,
Oh my God.
and then continue.
I liked what she was talking about. I should have clipped
So
it.
I
I had a
didn't
lot
step
of,
forward
dude.
because,
If I said everything that came to my head, I would
really
talk
hate
all video.
the toxicity that has come from people being like, oh, body positivity promotes obesity and blah, blah, blah. I hate that so much. I think there is like the minutest people who are doing that. The vast, vast majority, I do not think promote obesity. Body positivity, to me, is just loving your body, accepting your body how it is, and not hating yourself. Like, you shouldn't have to wake up every day because you're 400 pounds and hate yourself. Like, you know, I don't think anybody should be hating themselves. So that, to me, is what body positivity is about. And it's also about equality in how people are treated. Like, for example, Lizzo gets called out so much on like, oh my God, she's out there with her ass and stuff. Like, ugh, it's so disgusting. But Chapel Roan, who, God, I love Chapel Roan, was at Gumball and came out as Statue of Liberty and had her ass out. Did not see a single person online saying, oh, so why she have her ass out? You know, it's like, it's a double standard. People inherently hate fat bodies and don't think they should be seen in
I
society.
actually disagree with that because I do see people hating on Chapel Rowan for the way that she looks and her outfits, and there's going to be hate on both
Oh,
sides.
of course, there's
That
going to be
is
hate, but
to
I
be there.
meant like the volume of hate that Lizzo gets compared to Chapel Roan. Like, I would say, like, it's much smaller. Like,
I don't know who the other
just
chick is, so I
constantly
really
hear
can't. I don't know what she's talking about.
Lizzo, and you know.
I have a question. I have a question
Yeah.
about Lizzo. Okay,
Always
one of
comes
the
back to Lizzo.
one of the okay.
She's lost weight too.
I know.
She's lost a lot of weight right now.
Dude, you
One of
couldn't
the
pay
few
me enough
times
to
I
be
saw
brother.
her streaming, she had this gorgeous cake was gifted to her, enormous. Went in with it with a fork and was eating constantly and talking to the camera while she was streaming. The volume of the cake that she ate, I just went, oh my God, how many people are watching this? This is absolutely, I just, it was a horrible representation. I hated every moment of it. What do you have to say about that?
Well, my question would be, if there was a thin person doing that, would you have had that same
Yes.
reaction?
Yeah.
Okay, then I think it's more about, like, she's not promoting obesity by eating cake on camera. She's just, you know, eating cake
But
on
if
camera.
she's the representation of body positivity and she's behaving this way, is that promoting
Have
a
you
negative
noticed
light?
that she just posted a video that she lost weight? Like
No,
that
no,
was-
absolutely
oh,
don't.
yeah.
I
She just
absolutely
posted
not.
a video
I
and she
absolutely
lost
did not.
weight. You can see the
Because
difference.
I don't want her in my
So
algorithm.
it was just probably that one day that you saw her doing that, but that doesn't identify her as a whole person.
Yeah, in defense of Lizzo, not a sentence I want to repeat. In defense of her, I have seen her post like, oh, here's a green smoothie that I got, or here's me with my salad, or like, here I am at the gym. I think there is this weird stigma where people that are overweight have to be perfect all the time. They can never just like, you know.
I'm very
just
curious
have
on what that
and
clip
I
was, to be
totally
honest.
agree. I agree, it's not great. Listen, I'm not saying
That
that's
sounds
great.
so
It's
fake.
not
It's
great.
like, why would
But
anybody
I'm saying
fucking
that,
do
like,
that? If
this
she
one
did, that's
instance
crazy.
of her doing this amidst all her other ones of her trying to be healthy.
Can I go on the opposite side of that, like with Lizzo? There's like Eugenia Clooney. She's a very
Yes,
petite, tiny
Eugenia.
woman. Why are people saying, "Oh, good job, Lizzo"? Like, good job for eating healthier. But like, when Eugenia Clooney's like trying to eat something, like
But is Eugenia Cooney allowed to have hashtag body positivity?
she does sometimes. So
Is she?
she promotes herself literally wearing like tiny
Because we're-
outfits, showing her
That's-
body.
That was my whole point. Is like these extremes are hijacking it.
Yeah.
I agree.
Ooh. Ooh, that's good. Yo, she is cooking. Because exactly what she said, because I 100% agree. I forgot which one mentioned it. I think it was... I think it was, no, it was not Big Shorty. It was the white chick. She said something about like you should be able to like yourself throughout the entire process. Like that's what body positivity should be. Like you shouldn't wake up with yourself and actually hate who you are. And I like that because that is genuinely what I talk about and I like explain, that I feel like I 100% agree. However, it's one of those things that really just sounds good. Like I remember when I was at that weight, like when I was I was obese when I was a little kid, right? I was young, right? But even regardless, when I was at my like fattest, that just wasn't realistic, okay? Like I never had those moments where I woke up like every single day I hated how I looked, right? So this whole thing of like, oh, like body positivity, like, you know, you just wake up and you feel amazing. It's like, yeah, it's easy to say. And even someone like Lizzo, even someone like her was like, yeah, like I feel amazing. I don't believe it, that you genuinely feel like that, okay? And it, truly, for the ones that do and are like, in my opinion, kind of delusional in a sense of like, they don't care enough about, because again, I think it takes a level of, it's not a level of accountability, but a level of like awareness, right? It takes I don't know how to explain this. It takes a certain level of awareness to understand where you are, right? And I think it's that balance, right? This is why it comes with like the biggest part of weight loss is like, oh my god, how much I have to lose, right? How much I have to go, and then you have to be aware enough to the point where it's like, dude, it's gonna take a long time, and you know, then be mature enough to kind of slow it down, to, you know, understand that the time's gonna pass anyways. You have to do the work regardless, because hey, you know, you are where you are, and it takes that maturity to like kind of zone back in and focus on today, right? Because a lot of times I give contradicting advice because, dude, you know, things apply, right? Like again, if you kind of zoom out completely and then realize how much you have to do, it makes it would make you go insane, and you hate yourself so much every single fucking day because, dude, I have so much work, so much to go. However, it does take that like second of over analyzing and then coming back to, you know, focusing on today to keep it going, to actually focus, like, you know, make that change, right? I hope that made sense, because that's the thing about these kind of people. It's like the people who are so overly body positive and are genuinely, right? Like just this one chick on TikTok, I just made a video about her, and she has a long way to go, right? And have like some clients that's like 350 pounds. They have a long way to go, and they know that they're not like they're not where they want to be. However, they zoom out, because a lot of times they're like, fuck, bro, I you know, like I'm so fat, like I have so much to go, etc. They zoom out, but then they zoom back in and they continue to make progress, right? Where I know it's not until you get to that state where you could zoom out, realize and take accountability and realize, holy fuck, how much you have to go, but you zoom in and actually do the work and focus on today until eventually you kind of paint the full picture, right? But a lot of people can't, they're either all or nothing, like all in or all out, right? And that's the thing about, because I remember that's how it was me, right? I was so zoomed out that every single day I literally hated myself, like every single day, right? And that's not what I agree. So these people that are like body positivity and they're not making a change, they're so zoomed in, like they don't realize that they have to make that change. They actually want to look better. But I do like for me, the body positivity thing should be exactly like I mentioned, like these people that I work with, or like this one chick I reacted to on TikTok. You zoom out, you realize, holy fuck, I have a long way to go. The journey is going to take time. However, you zoom in. After you realize, you zoom in and focus on what you can control, that is today, and you actually love yourself. You know, you accept where you are and actually continue to make progress, right? There's this all in or all nothing, right? Where like you zoom out and then you realize how much you have to go, that you don't start, that you don't do anything, or you too zoomed in that you don't actually continue to make progress, right? And I think there's a thin balance, and like a lot of these women are like that, right? They're not. I think that's the original. Oh, also the whole like, you could be too obese and you could be too thin, okay? Like, I made a video about this, talking about this, but it was like, had some girl tell me, well, actually, I'm so underweight that I'm medically unhealthy. And I had, like, because I got the question, what's worse, being obese? Is like being obese and, you know, being active and running and shit, or being someone who's skinny but eats unhealthy and, you know, doesn't exercise? Number one, that comparison is horrible. If you're doing that, it's already fucked. However, there's a difference between being fit and being healthy, okay? You can be fat and fit. I was fat and fit. My dad is like, he's a doctor. He's like, what? I think he's like 257, 250, and he's fit. We're running hikes. That still doesn't make the fact that he has so much excess body fat on him that is unhealthy It doesn't change the fact, okay, that even the person who is skinnier, who is underweight, that doesn't do anything with their life and eats more junk, they would be healthier. Just because people don't understand the amount of things that actually come with all that excess body fat. Now, are we saying both of them are ideal? Of course not, okay? The fat person who's fit could eat less calories and reduce their overall body fat percentage. Other person, the too skinny person, could eat healthier and actually start to exercise. However, they start to pull on these extremes to kind of pick at somebody else, when at the end of the day, that does nothing. You got to worry about what you got going on right now.
Representation.
Yeah.
No.
I have to pee
like
so
the
bad.
algorithm, they will push out the most extreme cases because they get the most views, and that's
Right.
what people want to see.
Yes, it's dangerous.
agree.
Including these conversations.
I agree.
Although this was pretty reasonable. All right, let's
I
reset.
completely agree.
No matter who you are, there's no denying that injuries can really put a damper on your everyday life. Like seriously,
fuck is
being
this?
injured when I'm trying to hit a new PR legit sucks. Luckily, there's people out there.
I have
Skipping these ads. What are we talking about?
weight loss drug. Will the agreeers please step forward?
Really, Shorty? Really?
Everybody's
You was talking the most shit.
I'm like trying to see like what do we define as
Wow, she broke my heart.
We're talking about the
Like
weight,
Ozempic?
pills
yeah,
or
weight.
Oh, okay, you were talking about some dedication that can be done. Shit, okay.
wait, I'll
Sorry. But yeah, come on in. Let's hear your story. Too.
I have used weight loss drugs before I knew the power of them in college, and that you could get them over the counter, but they were incredibly strong. Probably needed to be controlled at that time. But I don't know.
Over the
I was
counter, what are we
just
talking about?
So obsessed with my body size. I pretty much my whole life. And
Sorry,
that's
guys.
just the culture, American culture that I was raised in and lived in, and so I would try drastic means, and I've done things that would just get you super wired. Even as an adult, once I figured out how to eat, I gained the weight back during the lockdown, like a lot of people did. And I go, gosh darn it, I was so upset. And I took a prescription weight loss drug that was prescribed by a doctor, and I was able to drop the weight quickly. I used it as a biohack. I used it short term just to get the weight off, because once the weight is off,
I'm very curious on what she's talking about, because at first I immediately thought, Ozempic, with Gobi, whatever, like, is this semaglutide or tirzepatide. But she's mentioning college. So back then, I'm pretty sure these drugs didn't exist. So I think she was even over the counter. Like she said, you took them orally. So I'm assuming back then it was just some fat burners, essentially caffeine pills times 30. But I'm curious if now, post is when she actually did Ozempic.
that's on you.
Because you take caffeine pills, it does nothing in my opinion. That's not that
and
deep.
this is absolutely recent.
Was
too.
it like Ozempic, something like that?
Oh.
Phentermine. You can get it prescribed.
I should have stayed quiet.
It's a controlled substance. It's hardcore, but it takes the thought process out of your mind. That thing, that monster that always tells you you're going to get your next serotonin kick by that food, and you're hyper focused on eating, and it takes that monster, it stops talking. So now, when the monster stops talking, you go, I can control this. I can make changes in my lifestyle in order to make healthier decisions to keep the weight off that I just lost with this drug, and yeah.
I was so desperate to lose weight. I was on TikTok scrolling through, and they were sharing oh, this drug does this and this is that, and I was like, okay, I'm going to go ahead and just blindly buy this thing, and showed up at
Do
a
you know
horrible
kind of
time
what
for
kind of drug it was?
It was a pill that I took, and it suppressed my want to eat food. But it also had some really bad side effects. When I would eat, I would feel sick after, and I realized oh, I'm feeling horrible all the time and having this energy low and just feeling physically sick.
How long were you on it?
I was on it for 2 months maybe.
Did you lose weight?
I
Should be
lost
asking
the
the real
weight, but as
questions,
soon as
bro.
I got off of it, I gained all of that weight back.
Yeah.
I
You
gained
have to know what to
all
do
back.
once you're there. What are you gonna do?
Exactly. It was
Yeah.
it was like the crutch, and you just
I
relied
like
on
that
it
chick
so
so
much,
much,
and then
bro.
once it was gone, you had to do your own thing,
Yeah,
and
you have to figure it out.
you had to figure it out.
She's looking
and
at
the
bitch
pill
stuff.
was doing all that,
Bitch,
that
she's
for
real.
you, and then
That
for
cut
me,
is crazy,
I gained
bro.
more weight than I lost when I was on it.
Damn.
Bring in our disagreeers.
Also, whatever she took probably wasn't real. She probably took the GLP pills. I think Hims or Hers, whatever they sell that. Greg Doucette sells them. They're like GLP Maxes. Again, anything you take orally will never be as strong as something you inject. So most of those pills, Or just like again, I still don't even consider like what she took to be really serious unless like you were truly taking like injectable semaglutide or
I've heavily considered taking
tirzepatide for
Ozempic,
months.
but I've decided not to because you either have to stay on that drug long term to keep
All
those
of them
effects,
should have, in my opinion.
or if you get off of it, most people are going to gain the weight back. So I'm no longer interested in anything that is not a complete lifestyle change. Like for me,
Look, I completely disagree already with this. I'm gonna get into it. However, I mean, I feel like YouTube knows my stance on peps, right? More than like TikTok, just because I already talked. You guys know I'm on like, you guys know I've taken them, and yeah, like I'm on TRT and stuff, so that's obvious. So you guys know, like, I'm not against any of these things. However, I completely, like, especially for everybody here, bro, they should all be on them because it's like, it's a fear that, like, I'm glad they have this mindset towards it. Like, it's something that I'm gonna take long term, and I need to actually change my lifestyle. So I don't want to take it because like you could rebound, gain the weight, come off. It's like, you literally just said why you should take it. Why are you take it and then you change your lifestyle and then you come off it, but you've already changed the lifestyle. So you're not going to regain the weight back, right? It's like you're scared of changing the lifestyle. So it's like, I want to take the pill and I'll lose the weight, but I know that I'm not going to change my lifestyle and I'm only going to lose it because of the pill, right? Because I'm just going to be doing the same things I'm doing now, but eating less. That's already a flawed mindset. You should be like, I'm going to do the right things. I'm going to change the lifestyle and this is going to help me. So it's kind of like, that you're not going to change it, so you're not taking it, which is why I like her because, she did it, but she also changed the lifestyle. So it's like this factor of like, you have to commit to yourself. Dude, all of them should be taking it and believe in themselves that they're going to change the lifestyle because, dude, look at where you at.
I have learned over the years that I would prefer to be fat and happy than thin and miserable. So like right now, I'm just trying to, eat less processed food, stay away from like sodas and stuff for the most part. But I will never count calories, like, or because to me that leads to disordered eating habits.
For you?
For me personally, yes. I'm not talking for everybody. I'm not talking for everybody, but for me personally, and I do think for a lot.
That's the perfect person to do something like this because even let's say, all right, you switch to overall eating only whole foods, okay, she'd lose weight easily. However, brother, like, that's literally what this is for because you just be reducing your appetite, so you're going to be eating less calories overall, just naturally, you wouldn't even need this. However, especially if you're somebody who wants to take this approach, she won't realistically hit a weight loss style until she loses a bunch of weight, right? Especially with this, you could still be at maintenance or in a surplus eating mainly whole foods, and I know she is clearly because she would be way skinnier. She's like, oh, like I probably eat healthy, I'm fat because of my thyroid, like she was saying in the beginning, but she's just not in a deficit. However, she would continue to eat the same food she is now, which are healthy, just less of it because she'd be less hungry. So you wouldn't even be miserable. Like, point made no sense. Why I mute it.
Circling back to
I'm getting cranky
the
because I gotta
topic
pee.
about taking weight loss drugs. Hell no, I would never take no weight loss drug. I worked really hard for my body, and I'm like a very big believer in that phrase, like if you wanted to, you could. Mm-hmm. Wouldn't you be so much happier if you lost the weight and you look back on it and it was like, yeah, like I did that.
Exactly.
Like that was 100% all me. I didn't need no help. I didn't need no cheat codes. Like this was the work that I put in, and
I high-key disagree with her point so much, and I used to think like that, and I think people who think like that, like, it's one of those things that you don't really know until you try it, right? Until you kind of do it. So it's like, again, I mean, do you, bro? But I think 99% of people would not give a fuck. Like, I kid you not, you would not give a fuck. Like, once the weight is off, you would not care. Like, this is something you say from the outside in, but trust me, you think she's gonna care if she weighs 90 pounds compared to now because she did it naturally? No, bro, she's gonna be like, damn, I'm sexy.
The results that I wanted.
And that was the mindset that I wish that I had before I took the drugs.
Yeah, everyone's on the red
I
chick
was
now.
super naive. I was like 18 years old.
Right.
And
Everyone
I had
calling her a bitch,
no knowledge
basically.
about anything. And I was looking for a quick fix because all these people were telling me, oh, you need to lose weight, you need to do this. And that was in my own household. So it was my family telling me this.
That's the thing, too, a quick fix. It ain't shit quick about it. You could hop on the highest rows of tirzepatide, and it still takes 7 months because it's a calorie deficit, right?
Along with
I
my
hate that. It's
friends
like,
and everything
I'm really
like that.
I'm really
It's a
for them,
lifestyle
especially for
change,
people like
ultimately.
these.
These are tools that you can utilize, but if you are not changing your lifestyle to go with it than what will have been forced.
Right.
And so I think that's really ultimately what it is. If you're not ready to
100%.
commit to the lifestyle change, using these tools is not going to help you.
When people do these quote unquote shortcuts, a lot of the time, like mentally, they're not there. So they lose the weight and then they're still like,
Not fixing the problem.
exactly.
I don't like that at all either, because it's like, if you're not, I just talked about mentally making a different change, right? Yes. However, look, if you're 250 obese, okay, you're 250 obese, and then I get you on TERS, I get you on these drugs, and then you lose weight, eating like junk food, but now you're eating less of it because of your calories are controlled, you have less appetite, great. Now you're 220, 210, and you still eat like shit. And then we get you down to 180, and then we get you down to 170, great. I'd rather have you fix your habits, like while we're slowly tapering you off, because at least you'd be there, rather than just keeping you here with the same bad habits. I'd rather just get you there and then eventually at least fix them when we're there, right? It's like, at least get you down. Like, I don't know, like, I think you'd be healthier eating junk food, obviously, at 170 than 250. Like, obviously, it would be ideal for you to improve the habits, and actually you should. That way you can maintain. However, brother, if you want to fix, I'd rather you fix the issue at 180 than stay at 250, right?
Exactly. It was
My
like,
take,
it was
my
a quick
take, I don't
fix,
know.
and now that it's, you know, they get off it, like everything
Should be keeping
mentally,
our abs, bro.
like that they were at when they were at a bigger weight is still there because
Like-
they didn't put in that mental work, like doing it on their own.
For
Yeah,
example,
we gotta reset. I'm getting the signal.
The Sigma.
It went-
Ooh, okay, I'm gonna end the video right here. It's gonna be part 1. I just kind of wanted to get this one out, so I would actually not procrastinate it. Yeah, let me know what you guys think. Any comments, any more video ideas. Let me know if you want part 2. Yeah, love y'all. That was pretty interesting. Love ya. Peace.